I was thinking that maybe we should start out by doing like an actual intro, like, hey, hoping you're having a great day. It's your boy Lenin. But then you just go, ah!
That's what I do. I'm the screen boy.
Okay.
I just make noises, and that's what counts as comedy.
These days, I guess you could say. Honk. I like how I criticize you for, like, making noises, and then I immediately go and make a noise joke. Not even. But anyway, welcome back to our podcast. I don't know if we ever gave it a name.
Sam and Lennon's podcast is what I named the first one.
Oh, okay. This is episode 2 of the Apostrophe'Cast.
The Apostrophe'Cast, that's what we're calling it?
Yeah.
You heard it here, folks. We named it just now. Actually, no, we've been planning this throughout the whole thing. So if you remember in the first episode, you should go watch that and see all the hidden clues where we named it Apostrophe.
Yeah, we're basically Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Speaking of which, in the first episode, I said we were only going to get 2 views. But now we got like 24 views.
Oh, damn, boy!
Yeah.
Shall we start on our first topic, Sam? Would you like to begin?
No, you can talk.
Okay. Well, fair enough.
You know, rules of improv.
Yeah.
Deny everything.
Oh, okay. I thought that was like how you don't get caught for doing a crime.
Do you know there was a crime recently?
Yeah, around...
There was a bank robbery.
Yeah, around...
where we are at.
We live in...
place where there's a bank.
West... Philadelphia.
Born and raised?
Yeah. So, where we live in West Philadelphia, there was this, we'll call it like, I don't know, a Bucky Barnes Bank. Bucky Barnes Bank got robbed, and coincidentally enough, Bucky Barnes Bank is like right next to a police station.
I was thinking the same
right next
thing.
to a police station. So you got to think like that guy who robbed Bucky Barnes Bank must have like
ninja skills because he hasn't been caught yet.
I was gonna say like massive balls, but that too.
Bucky's. But it's Bucky.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it totally is Bucky.
Who do you think? Who's the last person you'd think would rob from Bucky's Barnes Banks?
Who the hell is Bucky?
Hashtag pray for Bucky.
Yeah, he needs it. But yeah, that was crazy.
No, and since I live like right near there were like a bunch of police like all around my house.
Oh really?
And I'm not even joking. There were people in SWAT army outfits.
That's awesome.
Like army outfits, like camouflage. It was the weirdest things, and they were all just right outside my house. And I was like, "Hello."
Because it was like it's like a few days ago at this point.
Yeah.
When I was working at the Quickie Mart, everyone was like...
I'm sorry. I forgot you still work at the Quickie Mart.
Yeah, I still work at the Quickie Mart, and I'm still in uniform.
Nice.
Sort of. I mean, I don't have my name tag on, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. I was still working at the Quickie Mart, and, like, a bunch of my managers and, like, some of the other, you know, like, junior managers or whatever are, like, started, like, crowding around the windows, and I was like, what in the heck is going on? I didn't say it out loud, but I was thinking it, of course. But anyway, they were all, like, crowding out around the windows, and I was like, what is... I just said the exact same thing twice, didn't I? Anyway.
Cut it!
Yeah, cut it. I found out that, like, the bank had been robbed, and I was, like, utterly flabbergasted, because here in, Barnaby, in West Philadelphia, where we live...
And was born and raised.
Yeah. Everything starts with B around here, of course. Here in Barnaby, like...
Except for the Quickie Mart, of course.
Yeah, of course. Here in Barnaby, like, it's, like, basically the most boring town, like, this side of the Mississippi.
It's fair.
It kind of is.
Wait, are we in Philadelphia or the Mississippi?
This side of the Mississippi, of course.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Here in Barnaby, like, nothing ever goes down, like, interesting, might I add. Morty. So, like, the fact that even happened is, like, a cause for celebration. Because I don't know where, like, anyone listening to this lives, if, like, you know, banks get robbed more frequently.
I have at least
here.
one viewer from Russia.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they're definitely listening to this right now.
It's so cool. I don't know if they can even understand us. Do you speak any Russian?
Yes, I do.
Good. Krakata.
What was that?
That means I can't believe it.
In what?
Russian. What do you think? In Mexican?
In Mexican? Mexican is a language?
Yeah, the Mexican language that they speak in Mexico, you blithering fool. I learned that because, you ever played Punch-Out for the Wii?
Yes, I have.
The really cool feature that I think they have. It's not that I think that I have. That they do have. Really cool feature in Punch-Out for the Wii is that they actually have all the characters speak like their native languages from all the countries that they're from, which kind of helps to like tone down a little bit of the
racism.
The racism, yeah. Considering the fact that
But where was Mike Tyson?
Well, I mean, they kind of had Mike Tyson, but they didn't call him Mike Tyson. He was like a gigantic black man who was like, "I'm gonna box you into a box, boy."
They got the box and everything. I couldn't beat the game, so I don't know about the whole box.
Yeah, I lost to Soda Popinski 17 times.
I lost to Glass Joe.
You seriously lost to Glass Joe?
I have. I think there's actually video online of me losing to Glass Joe.
You utter fool.
I suck at Punch-Out.
No, it's such a great game though. I really admire the character design and just how simple the game is.
Yeah. It's a classic underdog story.
Oh yeah. Little Mac, he's 17. And
wait, what?
Yeah, Little Mac is canonically 17 and he beats up everyone.
I thought he was supposed to be a little younger than Rocky.
Put up the picture of Little Mac's title card.
Yes, of course, on this podcast.
Yeah, on this podcast, the thing that you always do. From whenever he fights somebody, it shows their height, their weight, their
chicken
age.
that he wants in Rocky. Insert the number of which Rocky film it is in
2.
when he chases the chicken.
Oh, okay.
That's his opponent.
I was like, when did that happen in Punch-Out? What the hell are you talking about?
You know, when Lil Mac fought a giant chicken.
Yeah,
it was also known as Family Guy.
Yeah. But I forgot what I was even talking about anymore.
Sorry.
Rocky's pretty cool though.
Do you know there was a musical?
It was Rocky the Musical?
Yeah, that's the
Which one? Was it the first Rocky, or was it Rocky?
It was the first one.
Okay, because 1 and 4 I think are the best ones.
Yeah, if I'm correct, 1, it was a huge flop.
Oh, well.
And 2, actually one of the coolest things that they did is that did he sing
while boxing?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
If you bought special tickets, for the final match they had it in the audience. But
Rocky would come up and punch him square in the face.
Yeah, if you bought a special ticket, Rocky would come and knock you the fuck out.
But yeah, continue.
They would move the audience onto bleachers on the stage, and they would make the audience section the ring.
That's awesome.
And they would literally fight in the audience.
That's so cool. I want that to happen.
And it was a big flop. No one went to see it.
Oh. Well.
Because how do you make Rocky a musical?
I mean, Sylvester Stallone probably sings sometimes. Remember in Spy Kids when he was the villain in Spy Kids 3? Yeah, what was his name?
Tinker Toy? No, that was the little enemies during the lava sex.
Oh yeah.
The girl was
he was
Tinker Toys.
Yeah, he was the Playmaster or something.
Toy Master?
Maybe he was the Toy Master.
The Toy Maker.
Toy Maker. Okay, that sounds right. If it isn't right,
probably not.
Then we're already digging way too deep into the lore of Spy Kids 3.
We went from Punch-Out to Spy Kids 3
in 3 seconds flat.
Did you ever watch Spy Kids 4D?
No, I never did.
I saw that in theaters when I was a kid. I wasn't even a kid where I was growing up with the first 3 Spy Kids. movies. I was a decent age.
For a while, I was like, man, this is the worst thing that's ever been put to cinema. But then I was like, why am I hating so hard on Spy Kids 4? How is this any different from the first 3?
At least the first one was imaginative and
it was kind of imaginative.
And Alan Cummings in it.
Yeah.
The second one was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I like the second one.
Is it weird? Maybe it's just a nostalgia thing for me, but my favorite was always the third one, probably because I saw that one the most.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. I feel the exact same way.
And I think
I had this it was the size of your hand, but it was one of those portable DVD players, and I would always watch it on that. And I would always want to watch it in 3D, but then it would hurt my little boy eyeballs, and I was like, ow.
3D was the bomb back
then.
It
was so cool.
It's annoying now.
Yeah, looking back on it, it's get that garbage out of my
It's ooh, we're 3D. Let us put this middle finger right in front of your face. It's right in front of you. But then the 4D thing was just weird.
Is that the smell-o-vision thing?
Yeah,
Okay.
I went into the theater, and I remember they gave us like a little sheet, and when the movie would play, and there would be a moment where like a number would pop out, and it's usually the moment when like the baby like poops.
Ew. And why would you want that?
Because we were dumb kids. We were like, oh, we have to do it now because it's said to.
Yeah, smells just like a baby.
So yeah, there was just like a poop smell one.
That's gross. Were there like pleasant smell ones, or was it just
there was like a Fruit Loops one.
Oh,
I remember.
Okay.
I can't remember all of them. I think the reason why Spy Kids 3 really stuck with me is just the idea of like going into a game.
Yeah, that was always like a really
like cool
idea. Attractive idea. To me.
And
I don't. I feel like that's not the right word, but
no, I get you.
Yeah.
Like it's come to like a point where it's overdone now.
Yeah,
but looking back, it was pretty innovative.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you can like go in a game with like VR stuff these days, and I imagine it's only going to get like more and more intense like as the years go on.
Not to mention, looking back on the movie, it's kind of dumb and stupid.
It's totally dumb
and
stupid. But it doesn't take itself too seriously, and I feel like it knows what it is. What's the guy that Robert Rodriguez? Yeah, Robert. I kind of respect Robert Rodriguez.
I love like Sin City and
yeah, Sin City's really cool.
Which is actually a movie that we're gonna watch on Thursday. This podcast will probably be out before we do that. Well, before this video comes out.
Oh, okay.
But Len and I are gonna watch another Robert Rodriguez film called Shorts.
Okay, I know nothing about Shorts.
It's a movie. I think I'm the only person who remembers that this came out.
Oh, okay.
And I think I was also the only person who saw this one in theaters.
All right. Well, I'll cut back in with my very brief synopsis. So, hey, Lenin from the future, what did you think of it?
Hello, I am Lenin from the future. I am a robot now. The movie was okay at best.
Okay, I'm glad that you feel that way. Thanks for your brief opinion.
Goodbye, past Lenin. I am going back to the future now. Sam, you are going to die alone.
Do you want to talk about our actual topic? Because we sort of just started like going on a rant about like why Kids Bop 4 was mega ass.
And somehow it was gonna Kids Bop 4?
Did I say Kids Bop? Well, Kids Bop 4 was mega ass. Totally overshadowed by Kids Bop 12.
If we kept going, we would have somehow went back to the Wiggles or something.
Yeah, I bet.
So let's actually talk about our topic. Lenin, have you had a valuable experience in your life?
No.
Because last episode we talked about embarrassing moments. Time where
I think we just good? Sort of, yeah, some time that I just like felt good, felt like I was, really on a path towards.
We live in a time where everything's so sad and depressing. Everyone talks about how much they hate everything and I hate this and that. Stop undressing.
I'm just undoing my tie.
It looked like you're taking your shirt off.
Oh, okay. I'll button it back up.
It was creepy.
But
let's get some optimism up in
yeah,
there.
some great experiences that I've had in my life. Where to start? I feel like for one thing, I feel like I've lived 18 years without like seriously injuring myself, and I'd say that's kind of an achievement in and of itself.
Fair enough.
Yeah. There was that one time though, I think you were like responsible for like the most serious injury I've ever had in my life.
I was.
I don't know if you remember this, because like even saying most serious injury like elicits more worry than it really deserves. Because it was that one time where you and I went ziplining. Do you remember that? You just took me to like your family's condo that was in like
condo.
I don't know if it was even a condo.
We have a place called like the country house, but
yeah, like some country house that's in like I don't know. I'll say Michigan to protect our identity. And
we like to travel here.
Yeah, we do. And we just went ziplining one day. I don't know if we did anything else. Maybe we just like went out for burgers or something. But we went ziplining, and we had a pretty rockin' day. Just like blazing past all those trees, doing an obstacle course or something like that. But it was nearing the end of the day. And what happened was I was on like the last zip lining, and I suppose I was getting a little bit too big for my britches at the time, because I strapped myself up.
It broke off, and he fell off the zip line.
I impaled myself through the stomach on a tree. I don't even know how that happened.
Luckily, he came back as a vampire.
Yeah. I burned, but then I came back. But anyway, I went in a little too hot on the zip line, and like right as I was about to, like put my legs up to, stop myself from like crashing.
Did you not even make?
No, I made it. Okay. I didn't. As I was like lifting my leg up, I went a little bit too early, and I just annihilated like my shin. And it was one of those injuries where like it was like so severe for me at least that I didn't even feel it at first, because I just like I looked down and I was like, what's that juice coming out of my leg? Oh, that's my blood. I need that to live. Get back in there. And then it just sort of sucked back in.
You got a cup and put it back in.
Yeah, but the most.
And then I came behind you and just ran right into you because you didn't even get up.
Yeah, you kicked me right in the back of the head, and I was like, Sam, what are you doing? Why would you do that? And you were just like,
you
turned around, and then you like put your hands up, and then you like gave her a little smug little grin, and you were like, it's zip time. And I was like, what the hell does that mean? But the funniest part, I think, was you know how they have like those, I don't know, ziplining kids who are like 26.
Kids who are 26.
Yeah, those kids who are 26 or are like, on every end of the ziplining course, and they're like, wow, that was radical. You want to go on the next zipline?
Where are you going with this?
You kid?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
And I suppose I sort of caught him off guard because, I just like ripped open my leg. He was like, "Oh, did you just like bleed on the harness?" And I was like, "Excuse me, I'm bleeding out of my leg. May I have a Band-Aid, please? I don't think I bled on the harness." And he was like, "Yeah, but we could get sued if you have like some sort of like disease in your blood." And I was like, I think I was like 16 at the time. How would I have any bloodborne diseases to infect your harness with? Also, may I please have a bandage? I'm bleeding out.
I bet you this cut like wasn't even like that big.
It was bigger than anything I had gotten before. It was probably like the length of my pinky, maybe at most. But it was there was a lot of blood coming out, and I wanted to make it stop. I think there was a scar there for a while, but it's sort of faded away at this
That's
point.
not what a scar is.
Sort of faded away. It's sort of a faded scar.
Scars don't fade away.
It's just sort of faded away like dust in the wind. But anyway, that was my ziplining experience with Sam. Moral of the story.
Don't zipline.
I was going to say, don't let Sam kick you in the back of the head and say
fair.
It's zip time.
That's fair. You might know this, and you might not, but Len and I have done some writing together.
We have.
Stuff.
Oh, I was going to say, that wasn't really a valuable life experience. I just sliced open my life with ziplining.
Yeah, I guess we can go a little into Super Zero's talk.
Yeah.
But, I'll say that for a second. I was just saying that, a cool thing happened. I already started talking to you a little bit about this, but, I wrote a new show that I've been writing, my first year of college. I've been working on it.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, a couple months ago, I submitted it to a New York City festival, and I surprisingly got accepted, which is a really insane thing.
In New York is basically like, if you get it made in New York, you got it donezo, boy.
Yeah. So I'm going to have a show that I wrote with a bunch of people that I'm good friends with in the cast and crew. And it's going to have an off-Broadway debut December 30th, January 4th, and January 9th, which is really fun.
Yeah, that's, like, really cool.
Yeah.
Because, not to say that, like, you finna be the next Min-Manuel Miranda.
Min-Manuel Miranda?
I know him.
I know.
But, like, having like, one foot in the door, as they say, in the business, can really, really mean, like, the whole world.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's gonna be a crazy experience. It's gonna be a hard experience to go through, but I truly think it's gonna be rewarding.
Yeah,
and I'll definitely make another video about it. It will be filmed and be put on my YouTube channel, so you guys will eventually see it if you don't want to come to New York and see it.
Yeah, if you're not just in the area. I really like New York. It's a pretty great place.
Pretty crazy.
It just smells weird there.
What does it smell like?
Do you want to talk about New York for a while?
Sure.
Okay. Because I've been there a few times, and I love, like, big cities. I love, I don't know, just, like, the ability to go from, like, the Empire State Building to, like, Central Park just by walking. I think that's the coolest thing in the world. And, I don't know, I have, like, a lot of, I don't know, like, fearful respect. I don't know if that's the right way to put it.
Fearful respect.
But, like, they're just, like, so big and, like, so impressive that I'm almost, like, in awe of, like, places like that in, like, New York, for example. But it just smells weird there, dude. It smells like
That's your biggest critique?
Yeah. New York,
I
am in awe of you, but you gotta take a fucking shower, dude.
Big cities like that, like, yeah, it's bad for the environment, but, like, that's kind of my comfort zone spots. Like, because, yes, it is gross. Yes, it's terrible. But at the same time, it's kind of beautiful.
Yeah, in its own sort of way, you know?
Yeah. And I just really like just, like, walking down streets there.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a tourist and, like, look at the big signs or anything. Just the feel of being there is so nice.
Just, like, going, like, saying, hey, hot dog man, can I have 2 hot dogs, please? And then he says yes.
The only problem is that it cost $100,000 for 1 square foot of land there.
Yeah. And, you know, you don't want to be sleeping on the benches around there.
Dude, people do that! We gotta cut that out!
Oh, sorry! All the people who sleep on benches in New York could be listening to this, dude!
No, all 24 of them!
Oh, man! I like how our audience is, like, specifically made up of people who sleep on benches in New York. There's a very, very small group of people, but they're only specifically listening to this.
Yeah. And I feel, we appreciate you guys.
Didn't you say that, like, one time when you were in New York, you had, like, a weird experience with some guy who had, like, rats on his shoulders?
Oh my god, yeah. You see a lot of weird things in New York, but it's just, like, no one ever bats an eye at the weird things in New York,
exactly.
because there's so many. And I like, the weirdest thing I ever saw was a guy with a beard. He just passed me. Yeah, it was a guy with a beard, and his beard went down to, like, his knees.
Okay.
He was bald, and his mustache was curled.
Okay. I've seen a few people with curled mustaches in my day.
And it was white. And he had 4 rats on his shoulder, just there. And one was white. And one was red. One was blue. And one was green.
Were they, like dyed?
Yeah. Like, and not very well dyed.
That's
like,
so weird.
Like a one coat of food coloring in their fur.
Of rat coloring?
No, food coloring.
Oh, okay.
Because by the way this guy looked, if he doesn't have a hot dog soon, it's gonna be one.
Oh, man.
And if I've learned anything from Dr. Seuss, it's always the green one first.
Yeah. Just, like, going to New York for, like, a day or two will, like, afford you so many great stories.
Oh yeah.
One of my favorite experiences in New York was, like, I don't know, somewhat necessary. What's the word, like, exposition. Cut that out. Cut the part out where I'm trying to figure out what the word is.
No.
Somewhat necessary exposition for this story is that I think my biggest Achilles heel is that I'm too nice to people.
Yeah.
I have, like, a crippling fear of saying no, or, like, I don't want to do that. So whenever somebody in New York says, like, hello, sir, please donate to the starving orphans, I'm like, yeah, take my wallet. And
I have problems with that too. My coping mechanism with that is just pretend you didn't even hear them.
Oh, yeah.
And I think a lot of people do that. Just don't bat them an eye.
Yeah. And I don't even know if this guy was, like, helping the orphans. He probably could have just been, like, buying a bunch of burgers. But
Yes.
You
burgers. That's what shady people do with the money you give them.
He just wanted a bunch of burgers, dude.
I once took Jill out to McDonald's there because we were seeing a show that night.
McDonald's in New York?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we needed, like, a really quick, just a quick thing, like, to grab, just something quick to eat before we go in. And we're like, okay, we'll just get McDonald's. It's fast, it's easy, simple. We go in, grab something to eat, and then we just quickly eat it. And then we start heading to the theater. Right when we leave, like, the moment there's a homeless guy right outside, and he literally yells at me, "Oh, you took your girl to McDonald's? What the heck, man?
Seriously?
You can't take that girl to a place like that, man."
Who is he to criticize you for, like, where you take your girlfriend?
I was like, come on, man. It's true. But that still hurts.
You're absolutely right, but you didn't have to say it. But anyway, the guy who wanted to just buy a bunch of burgers with my money, he was like, "Hey, this is for, like, the orphans, man. You know, you gotta donate. You gotta help out." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right, I do." So I gave him a 20, and he's like, "Hey, I see you got more money in that wallet. You sure you don't want to, like, put more in?" And I was like, "You're starting to test my goodwill, sir." I mean, I didn't say it, but I was thinking it.
Listen, buddy, giving a 20 in New York is plenty.
Yeah. So
that's more than enough.
I slipped him another 10 just because I was like, I want to buy things for me. Got to look out for number one. And I forgot how we got, like, onto the topic, because I, like, gave him the 10 and we started talking for, like, a good 5 seconds. And he was like, "Hey, that girl over there, is that your sister?" Side note, it was not my sister. I was going there with my friend and my girlfriend. So one of my biggest regrets in life is when he pointed to the girl over there. That was in fact my girlfriend, and I wish upon a fish that I could go back in time and say, yes, that was my sister. Walk over to my girlfriend and, like, plant like a huge, like, sloppy kiss on her face, because I think that would have been the best joke I'd ever done. But I'm disappointed in myself that I didn't do that.
Come on. Next time.
Yeah.
Next time you meet a guy who needs to buy a lot of burgers.
Yeah.
And he asks if your girlfriend's your sister. You know what to do.
I know exactly what to do. Let's hear it for New York.
Yeah, shout out to all of New York City, man.
You guys are the best. I was going more for, like, a song reference, you know.
Let's hear it for New
York.
Whoops, looks like that went over.
Concrete and the tomato.
There's nothing you can do.
I don't really know that song that well, but I know they say something about a tomato in it. Really important question that I need to ask. Does anyone actually say potato or tomato? Because I don't even think that the British or the English say tomato or potato.
Let's wait for a response.
Yeah.
Bienvenue.
That's crazy. Bellissimo. Di molto.
Hola.
Di molto bene. That'll please all one of our Italian listeners.
All 24 of them?
Yeah, all 24
of
them.
our Italian, homeless, sleeping on benches New York City people.
They'll say, "Hey, spaghetti."
Let's name our fans.
Yeah.
The Italians, New York City people who sleep on benches.
I don't know what the acronym for that is. Just put it up on the screen.
Yes, the visual on our podcast.
Yes, of course. But anyway, I've always wanted to go to Italy. I think it's, like, such a beautiful country.
Oh yeah, I actually have a friend who's there right now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. But I don't know what it is. Ever since, like
it's Italy. It's in Europe.
What?
You said you were asking what it is.
Oh fucking hell. Yeah, Italy in Europe. I just ever since I saw, like, the city of Venice and, like, all its waterways and shit, I thought, like, that is the best thing I have ever seen. I want to live there.
What did you take in high school? Did you take Spanish?
Yeah, I took Spanish.
Okay.
Which it kind of helps if you want to learn Italian, because I'm, like, sort of trying. Spanish. There's a little bit of overlap between Spanish and Italian, like, about that much. So where it's kind of like I don't know if there's really anything to compare it to. Like, a tomato and an apple. They're both red. They both are fruits.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little bit similar, but they're different in their own way. One's a bit more spicy.
And one's a little more gross.
Yeah, I don't really like tomatoes.
Me neither.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Speaking of food.
Yeah, speaking of food.
Like gross food. Do you like pickles?
I love pickles.
Okay, because I hate pickles.
Oh, okay.
But, at my job, okay, let's figure this out. Blockbuster.
Okay. Blockbuster.
What? I work at a video rental store.
Oh, I love Blockbuster.
I actually a video rental store.
Oh, okay, so Blockbuster.
Yeah. So it's Blockbuster.
Okay.
You got the Quickie Mart, I got Blockbuster.
Yeah.
I've been working for about a month there.
Mm-hmm.
And we sell pickles.
Why do you...
We sell...
in
a fridge, we have, like, singular bags, and, like, in the bag are a pickle.
Ew.
And it has, like... And, like, on
Is
the
it
bag,
like...
it's, like, a design of a pickle with a smiley face, and there's different flavors for the pickle, and
Is
it's
it, like...
ginormous.
Is it, like, floating in brine?
Yeah.
Ew. So it's just like a plastic bag that you just like tear open, like
it has a pickle in it.
Slurp the brine out. And
No,
eat the
why
pickle?
would you? I guess if you want.
Okay.
But pretty much,
that's really weird.
That was like one of the first things I noticed when I started working. I'm like, we sell pickles? Ew. And then, I was working because I work at multiple stores there.
Okay.
And one day I was working, and a customer bought a pickle. And I was like, oh my god, you bought a pickle.
Was there like anything off-putting about this sir or madam?
No, it just looked like a normal Asian American.
Okay.
And I told my boss, I'm like, hey, I sold a pickle today. And he goes, dude, in my entire life working here, I've only sold one pickle. So the fact that you sold a pickle.
Oh, you just
crazy.
surpassed him in like your first month.
No. My first month, I've sold 4 now.
Whoa.
Because now I want to rub it in his face. So every now and then I ask the customer, hey, would you consider buying a pickle for me? Hey, it helps. It boosts my sales.
So far, you've sold 4 pickles.
Yeah.
So that you've already like quadrupled the rate that your boss has sold.
Yeah.
You should be the boss dude.
I should just run Blockbuster. I'll bring it back from the dead.
Yeah. I don't know how it's dead if you're working there.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
You're the vampire, I'm the zombie.
Yeah. You ever want to be like an immortal creature?
No.
Okay.
Being immortal would suck.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Because if like there's no way that it'd work out for everyone. Because if it's like just you being immortal, then like
exactly. It would suck.
Everyone you know and love just dies, and you're just like.
Say you meet the love of your life, and then you grow old together. Except you don't grow old; she grows old together, or she or he. I know you.
Okay. Don't gotta rub it in. It's fine. Okay.
Cause you're a dirty bi.
Ew. But anyway, like you grow old with them, and then they die, and then you're just like, oh, well that's unfortunate.
And then you just gotta start from square one.
Yeah. But then again, if you like make everyone immortal, then like
then it's just overpopulation.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like build a new Earth.
Wait, does immortal mean like you're invulnerable to being murdered?
The only way that I would like conceivably see that working out is if you were like immortal but not invincible.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But then again, it would have to be like you died by sickness or a murder or something like that.
I was thinking like
or suicide. That would suck.
Yeah, here's Lenin's ideal.
You're taking out the peaceful way of dying.
Yeah, here's Lenin's ideal world. When Lenin becomes I don't know, Kaiser Lenin.
Kaiser Lenin?
I don't know. I always thought Kaiser was like a cool name for like a ruler.
That's a role.
What?
It's the name of a role.
What are you talking about?
Role?
You fucking... I thought you meant like that's the name of like a ROLE role. And I was like, yes, it is, Sam. What are you trying to prove? But anyway...
are you saying you're a fucking bread?
Yes, I'm a fucking bread. How many fucking breads have you eaten in your lifetime, Sam?
A whole lot.
I would assume so. Anyway, when I become I don't know, all-powerful Lord of Earth, Kaiser Lenin, my plan is, everyone's immortal, but they're not invincible. Therefore, like, when they feel like they've lived their life, they've served their time, they don't really want to accomplish anymore, they can go to, like, I don't know, Lenin's death salon, and, I don't know, Steve will, like, come and pop a cap in you.
Oh, Steve.
Yeah, he'll just, lay a hot one in your head, It won't be painful, it'll be quick, all be over. And then, you're dead.
I feel so bad for Steve.
Yeah.
Like, he had so much promise when he was growing up, and then he just went down that wrong path.
Yeah. You gotta have somebody fill that role, though, you know?
I know. There's got to be some evil.
Mm-hmm.
A hero's only as good as their villain.
Yeah,
that's why
true.
Incredibles 2 wasn't as good as I was hoping it to be.
That was a smooth as fuck transition, dude. I liked Incredibles 2, though.
I did too. I thought it was really good. I just thought it was very predictable.
Yeah. It hits a lot of the same story beats as Incredibles 1 does,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like at parts it was sort of intentional.
Yeah, but like...
But then again, like, you can only get away with, like, so much.
And it was kind of sad. I really liked this movie. I thought it was very entertaining.
Yeah, it definitely was.
There wasn't really a point for it to happen.
What do you mean?
Everyone was freaking out. I was like, oh, we've been waiting for this to happen for 14 years. No, you haven't. It just happens to be happening, and everyone's excited that it's getting a sequel.
Yeah. Like,
it ended. It didn't really it ended on a cliffhanger, but it more ended on a finish that like we're gonna be superheroes now.
Yeah, like that was kind of the point. I mean, I don't think anyone's been clamoring for Bug's Life 2, where the fat caterpillar becomes a butterfly.
He already became a butterfly.
Well, I mean, like the life of him as a butterfly, because that's like the same sort of gist.
Up 2 is gonna be really depressing.
Oh man, we're like it's gonna be like revealed to be like a time loop where Swimbo was like actually Carl, like younger, and then he like goes forward in time and then becomes old man Carl, and then helps Squimbo like find Kevin and then like fly him in the house.
Like a quantum leap thing.
Yeah, like a quantum leap thing, and like kill that old man. Because they killed that guy at the end of the movie. He's dead. I don't care how many balloons you tie around.
Can we talk about how many casualties are in Pixar movies and Disney films?
They just murder people left and right. Like, remember in Incredibles 1 where Syndrome, like, gets shredded in a jet engine and then dies?
He dies after he's shredded in a jet engine.
Yeah.
Not to mention there's a scene where Mr. Incredible just sees all these dead people.
Yeah, that like... I didn't even think about that when I was a kid, because I was just like, oh, wow, Mr. Incredible's on Syndrome's computer. He's so cool. But, like, he murdered, like, 15 people to, like, make his robot good enough to fight Mr. Incredible. That's fucked up, dog.
Do you know, like, the new thing they added to the sequel? It was, like, supposed to be a mystery of, like, who's the screenslaver?
Yeah. To be honest, I kind of thought it was Winston for a while.
You know, and I hate... to like say this to anyone, spoilers for Incredibles 2, but it's out for a while now, so I think it's okay.
Yeah.
But I kind of knew who it was right when she entered.
Yeah.
Like she entered, like there was one shot, like the first time you see her, she enters and she's like her coat's like stuck on her or something, and I'm like, that's the villain. And Jill hated me because I was like, hey, that's.
Did
the
she
villain.
not know that was?
Well, it took her like she got it eventually, like way before it was revealed.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, hey, look, it's the villain. And she's like, no, Sam, just give it a chance.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, it's the major character that they didn't show in the trailers.
It was like a 50-50 shot of like who was going to be the villain. Because I don't think that Reflux...
It was not a 50-50 shot. They showed every character except for her, and she was a main character. Not to mention she was in the shadows in every shot she was in.
But
her eyes were always half closed. She always had a sign saying, I'm the villain on her shoulder the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know why they included that in there.
You know what I don't understand what they included?
What?
Who was that little girl with the sign saying the screenslaver's still out there?
Oh, yeah.
Who's that girl?
I don't know.
Did I can't even remember her name. She was so forgettable.
Okay. A quick point. I'm just going to say this and we won't go back to it ever again. Elastigirl, 10 out of 10.
Oh, yeah.
Best anime wife.
Yeah.
But
I know it's a meme now, but it's true.
Yeah, it's true. Totally true. But my favorite scene in that movie is like
Incredibles 2 or
in Incredibles 2. Yeah. I don't mean this as a joke, but I mean like this is genuinely my favorite scene. Like when Elastigirl, I don't know, is this a spoiler?
I don't care. We already said there's going to be spoilers. The whole movie.
The scene where Elastigirl is like lounging around in like a screenslaver's lair and like finding out like all the stuff, how he like hypnotizes people with the glasses on.
Yeah.
And like that one part where the screenslaver comes in and like the room just like turns into like a whole bunch of screens and it's like got the pattern on it.
Yeah.
I think that's like such a cool like visceral fight scene.
Yeah.
It's like so like genuinely intimidating.
Yeah, the visuals in this movie were insane.
Yeah, it was really
good.
Mm-hmm.
Dash was kind of an asshole the whole film.
Yeah, he's kind of a dumb kid.
Yeah, but they like changed his character a bit.
What do you mean?
Like in the first one, he was an asshole, but like he was always like finding an outlet to showcase his superpower.
Yeah.
He was more misbehaving because he didn't have a way to like be himself.
Yeah, and that's totally relatable. As like if you were a kid and you could like shoot fire out of your fingers, you'd want to be shooting your fire out of your fingers like every day.
Yeah.
And if your parents were like, you can't shoot fire out of your fingers when you're at school, young man, you'd be like, but the kids are at the playground and we're playing Fireman.
So I fired the man.
You fired all over him. He burned, Ma. He burned.
He burned real good. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Old meme, yo.
Real old meme.
But yeah, but like in this movie, they kind of just like, oh look, a remote control that could kill innocent people. Let's press it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's not that important.
But let's do a quick like segue into the better superheroes. In Super Zeros, I am no way actually saying that Super Zeros is better than both Incredibles 1 and Incredibles 2.
Yeah, you don't have to say it because it's already automatically true.
Yeah. God. That was a fun time.
Yeah, I feel like that was a good bonding experience for a lot of people, you know?
Oh, yeah. And I don't know if I've said it on here or on this channel, but that came at like a really dark moment in my life, and that kind of was just so much like good and happiness.
Yeah, exactly.
And you helped out a lot. You were such a great friend.
Oh, no problem. Because I don't know, maybe I'm generalizing here because I don't really have that much experience with like depression, so I don't know if I should like speak for everyone. But I feel like when you have
don't listen to Lenin.
Yeah, plug your ears, disregard everything I'm about to say. But when you have like something like some event in your life that's just like holding you back from, you know, who or like what you want to be, I think it's sort of like imperative that you just sort of like force yourself towards what you want to do, and like try your best at least not to let like anyone or anything hold you back, and just like surround yourself with people who, I don't know, support you and make you the best person that you are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Because
life tips from Lenin. Put that all in one big quote bubble.
In a visual on a podcast.
And
that's
the visual
the
on the
third
podcast.
time.
This is our visual podcast. Episode 2.
But yeah, that was a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Just with us. And you could see more of that on the 1 year anniversary video. Just see like some of the process that happened on that. I won't go too far into that, because it like I said, there's like over an hour of stuff, and you could always watch the whole thing.
Yeah, so up there online.
Yeah, exactly. Shameless self-promotion.
Yeah. Did you ever want to make music when you were younger?
No. I'm sure that everyone's tried writing a song when they were a kid.
Yeah.
And I've tried writing a song that were all god-awful. But
I know what you mean.
Right now, I've been getting into just, like, not remixing, but just trying to see, like, what songs can go together and just, like, have fun. Just
dual mixing, I think they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been having, like, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of satisfying, just, well, like, what's the word? It's stress relieving. It's relieving.
Yeah. Just like making something, even if it's like, you know, just like putting two songs together.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not saying it's hard. I'm also not saying it's easy.
But you just need an outlet sometimes.
Yeah, it's just a fun thing for me to do. And
yeah, I think everyone should make a meme if you have time.
Yeah, and it's stupid and silly, but it's fun. It's fun, especially when you're like me and you like editing.
Yeah.
And actually, fun fact, I'm saving up for a Final Cut Pro.
Oh, that's awesome.
So hopefully when I get that, I could do a lot more stuff that I would like to do with my editing stuff.
That's totally cool.
Because I used to be working with Camtasia.
Yeah, that's like free, but I hear it's like, you know, free.
No, yeah, like I was doing. Never mind, I'll cut it this.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used that for quite a while on my old computer, and that did me a decent amount of stuff, and I worked a lot with that. And trying to go back to it, it's making everything so low quality than it should be.
Yeah.
And it's good, but it also crashes every 2 minutes now that I have it.
That's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah. So it's like impossible to use it now. So like as currently I'm just using iMovie on my MacBook.
Okay.
And that's really depressing to say because it's iMovie.
Yeah, on a MacBook.
But hopefully once I get Final Cut Pro, I'll be able to have more leeway with stuff and be able to do more things that I want to do.
Yeah.
Because there's so much like I want to do in editing. Because, like I said, it's just kind of like my stress relief.
Yeah.
My way of just occupying myself.
Yeah.
Do you have something like that you do?
It's just like, I don't know. I don't want to say video games because I feel like that's just too
general.
Too general.
Come on.
But I don't know. I suppose I just like spend a lot of time with my girlfriend, and that's, I don't know, just.
Ew, you're gay.
I know, right? But I don't know. I just like spending time with somebody that you like can really just bring you up, even if you've had like a real rough day. Because we all have rough days, you know.
Oh yeah.
It's just it's inevitable. But I don't know, just like sitting down and like, you know, getting immersed in like a good video game. You know, you're no longer Billy Bob Thornton from Kansas. At that moment, you're Mario from Mushroom Land. You're
Mushroom Land.
You're Mario from Mushroom Land. You're Goku from
Goku Land.
Goku Land. You're Mega Man from Mega Land. It's a bit of an escape.
Yeah. What's your favorite video game? What's if you had to like pick one? Let's do the generic question. Is like if you were stuck on an island and you somehow had power to play video games and you can only play one, what would it be?
That's my one power, is that I can play one video game.
Yeah.
I can call upon the power of the ancients to summon a TV.
Yeah.
And an Xbox or something.
It could be VR.
VR.
Doesn't have to be a TV.
If I could only play one game, gosh, I don't know. Basically, one thing you need to know about me, if you want me to play your game, all you have to do is give it a character customization.
So any Lego game?
Any Lego game. I actually really like Lego games.
Oh, me too. They're good games.
They're really good games. I almost kind of want to say, like, the first Lego Star Wars is that I used to play that game.
I honestly...
Almost an ungodly amount.
I think the worst decision for Lego games was adding voice actors.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I remember how funny like they got through the plot without saying anything.
They
but you
they
knew
just did like that weird mumble. It was like
but also they would use like visual jokes.
Yeah,
just to
I mean they still have like the visual gags because sometimes they'll use like.
I know,
but
it kind of like loses its appeal.
Yeah.
When it's not a necessity anymore.
Mm-hmm. It was more like a clever workaround than just sort of like I don't know, reusing.
And I'm not saying that giving that extra addition to it isn't in like other forms are not good because it is good when people put extra things. But the problem is that these games already had the visual gags. They're just adding something that isn't necessary, and kind of loses the magic. But
I don't really even know
it's
why
still
I like
successful.
that game so much. Yeah.
But whatever. It's still successful. I still play Lego Batman 3.
Yeah, that's a good.
So I could play as Plastic Man.
It's a good ass game.
Yeah.
Because you know who doesn't want to be like a superhero.
Me.
Yeah. Well, probably I already asked you this, but like if you were a superhero, what would you want your power to be?
Elasticity.
Oh, okay.
And that's actually kind of weird because we just labeled like Elastigirl and Plastic Man in the same podcast.
Oh yeah, it's almost like I intended for that to happen.
Yeah.
I didn't actually. That makes it sound like I did.
But no, I just think that's a really cool power.
Yeah. What would I want my power to be?
I didn't ask you.
I didn't ask for this, Sam.
What would your superpower be?
If
you could have any.
I always flip-flop because I feel like for a while I was like I want to be Fast Man, then it was like I want to be Electricity Man, but I don't know, I sort of have my heart set on like being a Heat Man.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, you know, getting real hot.
But only mildly hot.
Yeah.
Where I could like bake a muffin with just my hands, but I can't burst into flames.
No, not burst into flames, just get really hot. Like, everything around me bursts into flames, but I just, like, I don't know.
You want to be Heat Miser.
I give off a warm glow.
If you were a miser, brother, how would your song go?
I'm bad at writing songs.
I'm Mr. Lennon Harper.
I'm Mr. Fun.
I like to burn things. I'm just as hot as the sun.
Oh God, I'm just Heat Miser. I don't know, just like, you know, shooting heat beams.
Would you melt steel beams?
If I was so inclined, I would probably melt some steel beams.
Wow.
I don't know, if I was like real hot, I'd just like rise, because, you know, heat rises, so I could fly too.
Oh, that's why in the I figured out the clue. I figured out the secret. That's why the Human Torch can fly, because heat rises.
Oh, I didn't even intend for that to be like a realization.
Oh, gee, oh my God! What the hell? Oh God, Jesus! What did you do? Wait, where are you? Leonard, where are you?